and Manchester United. Welcome to Manchester United, the third best club in England and a Champions League club. And I just want to say, because we will get them, to all those bitter haters who want to come on and have a pop, I care about as much as a porn star having nudes leaked online. I don't care what you have to say about what we've achieved and laughing and oh, look how the mighty fallen and all that. I genuinely do not care. I'm happy. I'm excited. And I also want to say, welcome to Manchester, Jadon Sancho, because that's happening next. And the most important thing from this is that we believe, because the fans believe, the players need to believe now, and the club need to believe in what we're building and start delivering some depth. Because absolutely honestly, I want to just say, I've been critical of someone like Nemanja Matic in the past, and I thought he had a bad first half. But for him to dig deep like he did in that second half, he was a different player in the second half. And I think so many of these players have had to dig deep over the last few weeks. And we expect a lot of them because we're Manchester United. And we do have to dig deep. I accept that. But Matic in the second half was a different player. He moved the ball. He pushed the team forward. And I think the players get a lot of stick. And they get a lot of deserved stick at times. But personally, I just want to say, you know what, lads? Cheers. And thanks for all your contributions this season. All of you. We've achieved something that at the start of this season, I would have bit your hand off for. We were never winning the league this year. We were never going to get second this year. Third place. In a poor Premier League season, I admit. But third place is significant. It's progress. And let's go and win the Europa League, but let's enjoy this. They need to appreciate what they've just achieved. They need to feel confident and they need to start believing. And the one thing I would say to those players is, don't stop believing. Believe in yourself. Don't stop believing. I'm not singing yet, but don't stop believing. You've gone today and done something that at times even most of the fans thought you're going to bottle it, because that's what the last 7 years has been. Get into a good situation and bottle it, and you didn't. And you've got to get that mentality. And I'm sure someone like Roy Keane would say, well, you know, at the end of the day, I'd expect them to go and win the Manchester United. You know, he will say that, but we're not that Manchester United. We've not been that Manchester United for a long, long, long time. We need to get back to that. It's going to take time. You know, a few weeks ago, people were saying we're going to win the league. We're not going to win the league next year. That shouldn't be the expectation. What the expectation next season is to not be fighting for fourth or third on the last game of the season. Next year, let's go quarterfinals of the Champions League, see where we go. Let's say we're going to be comfortably top four by March. And then, you know, let's get a couple of players in this summer. Let's shift on some of the players. Let's start long-term building. Let's have a better plan B. Let's have a better bench. There's so much we can do. But today gave us the platform to do it. I'm going to take you back in time. I'm going to give you an alternate reality. I can't believe we bloody blown it. We're a bunch of bottlers. We get ourselves into these situations and we've bloody blown it. Bottlers, sell the lot of them. Ollie doesn't know what he's doing. What's his plan B? We're a load of crap. We're never going to progress. Get the Glazers out. Sell off that squad. That could have been. You know that could have been the case. We could have been doing that right now. Easily, we could have been doing that right now. Because that's what we've been doing for the last 6 or 7 years. But we're not. We're not. We've gone into a job. We've done a job where at times we thought we weren't going to do that job. And for me, the person that really encapsulates why we've done it. And Adam Braff says, and a penalty as well. I love this game. Welcome to Mubs, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. KT says, cheers, Mark. Thanks for everything this season. Well, thank you to you. And enjoy it. Bloody well enjoy it. Enjoy it and do not feel guilty about it. Enjoy tonight. I will tell you this. There's nothing to feel guilty about. I said it before and I'll say it again. This is more insignificant than winning the Carabao Cup. It's more significant than winning the FA Cup. It's probably up there with winning the Europa League. This is a big, big result for us. It came down to what effectively was a cup final and we won it. And don't feel guilty for celebrating it. The players should celebrate it. The manager should celebrate it. We should celebrate it. Tomorrow morning, we park it and we go, right, back to work. Let's go and win the Europa League. Let's get some better players in. Let's start the season in September and have some consistency and keep this unbeaten run going. I faintly remember somebody talking about a statue if we finish top four. Only cheap noodles for dinner for Mark now. So happy. Glory, glory, says Strutson. And welcome to Chris Natania, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. But I just want to say, above anything else, the thing that stands out to me is that I said we'd get top 3. I said we'd get 3rd in lockdown, and we did it. No, I'm only joking. I'm happy to do another prediction, by the way. The one thing I would say, and we're going to do the player ratings. If you want to vote for the player ratings, get onto the United Stand website. You can vote, and when I put my score in, it will give your thousands of votes aggregated. We'll do that in a minute. But I just want to say this. Bruno Fernandes. Remember the name, Bruno. I decided to wear this t-shirt this morning. I looked in the wardrobe. There was a Martial, Rashford, and Bruno t-shirt. And I went, You, because you are the one that's got us here. You are the one I think will make the difference today. And it was him. So happy that Lingard scored the goal. Smash a like on the video, by the way. We are in the Champions League. That's got to be worth 10,000 likes. Let's smash the like record. But Bruno Fernandes today was shit. Hooray! I don't care. I don't think he cares. He played terrible. He played absolutely terrible. But are we not waking up to now how important this player is? He can play terrible, but in 1 second, he'll change the game. Great closing down by Greenwood. Bruno with the pass. Martial with the pace to get away from 2 centre-backs and win the penalty. And then it's Mr. Pressure. You know, a player who literally does a little jump in the air and passes it in against a very good goalkeeper made him look stupid. He's jumping around like he's got ants in his pants, and he sends him the wrong way still. Bruno Fernandes, that's why you don't sub a player like that. That's why that player is so important. He came in after we lost to Burnley in January, and I said, I think Ollie's got to go. I think I'm Ollie out. In fact, I am. He's not the right manager for this club. Bruno came in. I said, right, this is the player I feel that we needed to get last summer. This is the player I think will not fail at this club, and therefore I've got to give Ollie the chance. And I said that, and a lot of you did, and we've never looked back since then. We're unbeaten in the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes is the player. He looks absolutely knackered. Remember, he was playing midweek weekend for Sporting Lisbon in a team, and I don't think people remember this about Bruno Fernandes. I watched a lot of Bruno Fernandes. At Sporting Lisbon, he was basically Jack Grealish. He was playing in a crap team where he was the best player. So he was doing loads of running around 3 times a week. He comes to Manchester United mid-season and becomes a very important player and has to play 3 times a week. He's absolutely knackered. Absolutely knackered. Got no protection from the referee at all today and still makes the key moment in a game where he probably didn't play that well. But that's what world-class players do. Now, I'm not saying Bruno's world-class yet, but he makes a massive difference. Massive. I'm emotional. We're going to do the player ratings in a minute. But can I just say, there were people out there who wanted to say, Ollie out. This is why Ollie's not good enough. We need to get rid of Ollie. Sit down on your chair, get comfy, and stick an L on your forehead. Because now is not the time for that shit anymore. This is going to be our manager for at least another year. Get behind the manager or shut up. Because he's took us to 3rd. Don't come at me with, he's a PE teacher. Don't come at me with, he's really lucky. Don't come at me with, we need Pochettino. Don't come at me with, he's been exposed. That manager has got us 3rd place. That team can play well on its day. That team is unbeaten since Bruno came in. Give him some bloody respect. Whether you want to, whether you like him or not, give him some respect. Give that team some respect and start building it up a little bit, because I believed we would do this. Over the last few weeks, me and many other people have said we'll get 3rd. We've been bantered on Twitter. We've been bantered on social media. We believed in this team. That team's delivered. Believe in it. Build it up. Let's see where we go with this. I'm not going to say we're going to win the league, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is our manager, and those players did their job today. It wasn't inspirational at times. Look, tactically we've got problems. We need a left back. You can't put a right back at left back. It left us very imbalanced. Wan-Bissaka didn't really give us much down the right hand side. The midfield were very poor in the first half. Maguire and Lindelof look shaky. De Gea looks very shaky still. Martial and Greenwood, if they were a fish, they were out of water, they would have been starved of oxygen. Rashford, in and out of the game. You know, but we got the job done. And yes, it was a weakened Leicester team, but the Premier League didn't say, oh, Leicester, can you send a weakened team to play for top 4? This is a 38-game season. 38-game season. We didn't have Martial at the start. We didn't have Rashford for 3 months. We've not had Pogba for most of the season. We didn't have Bruno for half of the season. So yeah, Leicester have had a few injuries, but over 38 games, I'd argue that we've had just as many injuries. We got the job done. They didn't. We came 3rd. What's Chelsea's excuse? You know, all these Chelsea fans laughing at us for being in 5th. We're in 3rd. Oh, we've got Werner. So what? We're getting Sancho. We're in 3rd. You're in 4th. Let's go. Let's go. And fair play to Chelsea. Well done. You finished 4th. Lampard's first season. Transfer ban. United, Chelsea, top 4. Commiserations to Leicester. Still think you've had a great season. But the teams in the Champions League deserve the Champions League. And look, I just think it's a very exciting time for Manchester United. I really do. Let's do your player ratings then. The last player ratings of the season. Remember, it's out of 6. I'm just going to refresh it again so we've got the most accurate player ratings here. It's an old F5. There we go. Okay, so I vote for the player ratings. You voted for yours on the website. You can still do it while I'm doing it if you want to. So let's see how people voted today. David De Gea for me. Look, I'm going to be absolutely honest here. I'm going to give David De Gea average 6.5. 6.1. Fair enough. Name me a save De Gea made that was good. That thing he did with Vardy, I was like, what WTF? What are you doing? The flicked on header that hit the bar. I'm looking at De Gea because I always look at goalkeepers and he's got that covered. And then it jumps on the bar and he's like, oh, that was a bit closer than I thought. So, look, I don't think De Gea filled me with loads of confidence today. But he didn't really have many shots to do. So I'd give him a just below average 5. Wan-Bissaka 6 for me. 6.2, so an average 6 for Wan-Bissaka. He just doesn't offer enough going forward. He gets into good positions, but he's just not fluid on the ball. We're starting to concede a lot of crosses from his side that we weren't before, but I think the guy's running on empty. I think this Europa League, for me, is a time to use Fred, McTominay, Ighalo, Dan James, Pereira, Mata, Eric Bailly, and let's just see in the latter stages if we can give a couple of these, 4 or 5 of our first teamers a couple of weeks off. It really, really needs to happen. Also, who else have we got? Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. Keep smashing a like on the video. Champions League, baby! Champions League! Champions League! We're not looking at Manchester United, we're looking at Liverpool. You're not. You're looking at Burnley. You're looking at Wolves. If you're not in the top 4, you're nowhere. Don't pretend you're anywhere. You're nowhere. We're in the top 4. We're 3rd. It's time to be arrogant. It's not really my style to be arrogant, but you know what? Let's just pause the player ratings for a minute and say, Champions League, baby. Let's have a sip. La la la. It's not my style to be arrogant, but as Manchester United Football Club, if you've ever participated in social media, we get a lot of stick on social media. 5th, Ollie the Wally, and some of it from our own fans. You're all going to be very, very quiet at the moment, aren't you? Or you're all going to call us Varchester United or Penchester United. Call it what you lot want. I still call it 3rd. I still call it Champions League football. So embrace it, Manchester United fans. And as I said, all your bitterness has been rammed so far up your arse, the thing in your throat's your nose. So sit down. Absolutely sit down. Lindelof for me was an 8. I thought he was... I'm very happy that people have put 7.4. I thought Lindelof today was my man of the match contender. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. He's got limitations to his game. Look, he's never going to be one of the best centre-backs in the world. But I think on that performance today, I thought Harry Maguire played really, really well. Ollie's first real season and we get 3rd place in Champions League. Who has done that, Mark, says Stian United. And thank you for the contribution from Nathan Joseph. We have at last turned the corner, says Chris Noir. I think it is that significant. Ross Gallagher says, cast your mind back to the 22nd of January when we lost 2-0 at home to Burnley. That was the lowest point we've been in these last 7 years. The turnaround has been brilliant. In 7 months, Ross Gallagher as well. In 7 months, we've turned it around. It's been a fantastic few months. We need to rest the first team against last. We're 5-0 up anyway. Could give some of our bench a chance to find form, says the Bit W. Match of the day tonight. Yep, I'll probably be too hammered for it, but that'll be good. Let's carry on with the player ratings. We're having a party. Harry Maguire, an average 6 for me. 5.8. I agree with that. I thought Harry Maguire does not, it's not a problem for today. I think there are still things that we're going to have to work on through the summer. But I don't think Harry Maguire should be captain of Manchester United anymore. That tackle on Jamie Vardy, if I'm absolutely honest, I thought Atkinson was going to pull a red out because he pulled it out so quick. And if he'd given a red, when I watched it back, I was like, I don't think he can argue. It's a stupid, silly tackle on the halfway line from behind. And that's the captain of Manchester United in the first 10 minutes. I think he looks shaky. I think he looks nervous. And I didn't, every cross we put in, he doesn't seem to be marking somebody. People are telling me it's not zonal marking. Well, why is he not marking anybody then if he's marking space? I think Harry Maguire will become a better player without the captaincy. He's just not a captain for me. Welcome to the Members Club, Brad Lewis. Tim Z3P with the Fernandes things. Shan says, I gave everyone a 10 because I'm still buzzing and I became a member as promised, says Shan. Hey, I don't mind giving everybody a 10. Third in the Premier League, 2 cup semi-finals and still quarter-finalist in Europa League. Already a great season for me, seeing the rebuild we needed. Next season is massive, so Sunshine Digital Media Agency. Grealish is on his way, Mark, say yes. I think Grealish is on his way, but it's going to be a hard deal to do now they've stayed up. It would have been easier if they'd gone down. But I didn't want Villa to go down because I know loads of Villa fans and I wanted them to stay up. But we'll see. Martin Palmquist, welcome to the United Stand Members Club. Octon says, coaching staff need to get the sack. Our passing never improves. What? And the site is not refreshed. 17.2k, that's has voted, says Peter Mattison. And Dino Wren says, let's not forget we had to go away and play a team that was also fighting for Champions League spot. Was never going to be an easy game. Job done. On we go, says Dino Wren. Won't Chelsea have to play a qualifier to confirm their place? Also Champions League, baby, says Sarab. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is you can take me there. You can take me there. Take me there. Peter Martinson and Epitapas. Latest members. Thanks for joining everybody who's becoming a member, by the way. We don't do Patreon, so you get a little badge next to your name, and thanks for joining and supporting the channel. Celebratory dinner, Mark. So relieved. Keep up the good content. You're super entertaining. Says, I'll stay live all night. Rahul, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Aaron, latest member of the United Stand Members Club as well. I'm getting told off for not refreshing the voting, so I'm going to refresh it. Let me come back. So, Brandon Williams, 6. Hey! We should cheer every time we get one close. Actually, it's like it's a good thing to do. Welcome to Baldrick, latest member of the United Stand Members Club, and Will Hickman. Yeah, Brandon Williams for me is just I think he gets too much stick, if I'm absolutely honest. Welcome to Vincent Chan, latest Stand Members Club. I think Brandon Williams gets too much stick. He looks bad because he's a right back playing at left back. I never realised, people used to say to me who watch youth football at United, they said, you'll never know he's right-footed, Brandon Williams. He's so two-footed. And I'm like, I was saying it to someone this week, you're talking out your arse. Like, he is so right-footed, it's unbelievable. And you saw it today, he had to tuck in 20 metres from the left touchline so that when he got the ball, there was more movement for a right foot. But I don't think he played bad today. I just don't think he's as good as everybody thinks he is as a left back. I'd like to see him at right back. I think he'd be so much better at right back because he's right footed. So I'd give him an average 6 today. And look, at the end of the day, he did a very important job. They didn't do a lot down that left hand side. And we massively missed Luke Shaw. Like, I think that's one thing we'll take from the end of this season. We missed Luke Shaw, and maybe we need to buy a left back because if Luke Shaw gets injured again, it's such a big difference. Matic for me is getting an 8. I can't believe people give him a 6. He's getting an 8. You know why he's getting an 8? Because simply this. Fair play to Mark for predicting it. Says somebody just said that. I need to read them out. Get yourself another pint, mate, says Will Hickman. If an English club wins the Champions League and Europa League, 4th place doesn't get the Champions League, says Dean Corbett. That's not true. No, because it's the same club. They will get it. They will get it. Unless Wolves do it. Might be slightly reactionary, but petition to erect a statue of Jesse Lingard outside Old Trafford and make jlings.com our official shirt sponsor, says Kush. Ewok this Ray, can we have a shout out to the old guard as United runs deep? So big thanks to Johnny Evans and Peter Schmeichel's son for helping us get into the Champions League. Johnny is a red and he got a red. Sunshine Digital Media Agency is a member, as is Swapnil Thait and Palash Sadashran. And Aditya Dunija and Mub says, I did a Lingard celebration after the Bruno goal. Lo and behold, he scored the final goal. Keep up the lovely work from South Africa. I don't know what's going on with these player ratings. Like, I am refreshing the screen, and for some reason, let me just do this. Let me do this. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, let's all have a beer. If you don't drink, have a glass of water. Let's sort this out because we want these player ratings to be bang on. I just don't know why it's not doing it. Oh, I know what to do. I don't know why it's not doing it. I don't know why it won't refresh. We'll carry on. So, Paul Pogba. Anyway, look, I gave him the Man Matic a 6, and I gave the Man Matic a 6 because I gave the Man Matic an 8. I'll tell you what, I'm like my neighbour. I'm like Shirley. 2 sips of shandy and she's hammered. I've only had half a few sips of beer. It's because I'm not eating all day because I've been so nervous. No, it won't refresh because I'm actually... Oh, it's just... I can't explain why it won't do it. I'm just copying in... I don't know why it won't do it. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we'll just carry on. I give Matic an 8. I give Matic an 8 because I thought second half he was brilliant, and I thought first half he was shit. But in the second half, he was pushing forward. He was shouting at the players, and I just thought it was a very leadership performance from Matic in the second half, whereas in the first half I thought he was really poor. So I think he is a contender for man of the match. I'd give him an 8, but obviously everyone else gave him a 6. Pogba for me, 6. I think he's better than that, 6.2. So I think Paul Pogba's better than that, and I don't think he's grabbing older games. I don't know what his excuse is, actually. Pogba hasn't played many games this season for Manchester United. And I think he's a lot better than what he's been doing over the last few weeks. I'm a big fan of Paul Pogba, but when I look at the last few games, I don't know what Pogba's problem is. The fight is there, he was getting frustrated, but he just doesn't. I don't think he's played well for a few games, has he? But look, he's been he's improved the team a lot, and you see what McTominay and Fred offer and what he offers, and very important player, and hopefully he's going to sign a new contract. I'm from Journey. Sorry for my bad English. What do you think about Declan Rice? I think he's a nice replacement for Matic because of his age, says Yasin. We won't get him, though. Shout out to Zane. This one's for you, bud, says Jacob. Signing a centre-back, a centre midfielder and an attacker is a must, says Paul. And Yasin, that we've done that one, haven't we, as well? I read that someone had a bet that Lingard wouldn't get a goal or an assist, loses in the last 5 minutes of the season. Wounded, says Hennessy86. Let's go back to these match ratings and get them on. Bruno, for me, is another contender for man of the match. I think that is what he did was so important. So important. I mean, he had a very bad game. If he'd not scored and we'd lost today, I would have given Bruno a 3. But in that key moment, he plays the key pass and then he scores the key penalty, which is a pressure penalty. So for me, he's a contender for man of the match. And look, I'm going to do a chart show next week for the players' top 10 of the season. I think Bruno will be massively in part of that. Mason Greenwood gets a 7 for me. I thought he didn't get a lot of the ball, and that wasn't his fault. But actually, I thought he was one of our better players. We just couldn't get him on the ball. So yeah, that's what I'd give Greenwood. Rashford, probably a 5. Yeah, 5.4. I mean, look, Rashford's full of effort, but today the game started badly for him. He was passing the ball badly. I think Marcus Rashford really suffers from having no Luke Shaw. There's nobody running past him. They're right-footed. I think Rashford has suffered since Luke Shaw's not played big time. And it's forced him to have to sort of force his game a bit. But I don't think Rashford was great today, but it doesn't matter, does it? Martial, I'll give him a 7 like Greenwood. 6.9. Hooray! Pretty close. No, I would give him that. I think Anthony Martial has been probably our most important player since lockdown. He always offers something up front. And today he was running through porridge. A lot of things weren't going right for him. But when it did come right for him, he gets ahead of those 2 centre-backs and he makes sure that the contact is before the contact on the ball, if there is any. And that's a key penalty, because if we don't get that penalty and you go into the last 20 minutes, 0-0, Leicester just need 1 goal. That bit of play from Greenwood, Bruno and Martial, and then Bruno putting the penalty away, was pivotal in the game, as we know. Welcome to John Malartran and L. Collis 85, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. We've had 10,000 likes on the video, which is fantastic. Jesse Lingard, let's give him an 8. It's a goodbye Jesse Lingard 8, isn't it? I hope he's got a high score from you. I really, really do. I'm going to give him an 8 just for the laugh. 7.7. I mean, look, he ran about a bit and he scored an open goal. But we'll give him an 8 for Jesse Lingard because... can I just be honest here? When we talk about progression, the next few weeks for Manchester United are key. The players have delivered top 4. We know we've got Champions League football. Now, They've got to buy 3 players, 2 or 3 players. One of them's got to be Sancho. One of them's got to be a midfielder and hopefully somebody else. We've also got to ship out some players to create money. And to me, that is, as I said before, this moment, this is for you, Jesse. You've had a crap 2 years. You've done your job. You've done your job. You've scored a goal. We're all over the moon for you. You've been a great servant to the club. Go and build your career. Go and get back in the England squad. Go and build a career at a club that you're good enough for. And you know that could be an Arsenal, that could be a Lazio, that could be a Dortmund, wherever. But it's not Manchester United, is it? And do you really want to be playing a bit part on our bench? It's time for Jesse Lingard to move on. But I've always said this: if and when he does go, it's with best wishes. We can get a bit of money for Jesse. He can go and build his career elsewhere. It's time. It's time. And I think if United give him a new contract and keep him, that to me says we're not moving forward. This is the perfect send-off for Jesse Lingard. And it should be pat on the back. We love Jesse Lingard. Off you go. We did it with Phil Neville when he went to Everton. We did it with Nicky Butt at Newcastle. We've done this time and time again. It's time for Jesse to go with the best wishes to build his career elsewhere. And hopefully that will be his last thing. Because it might never be that good again. You know, so enjoy it. Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans a red. 10. He's a 8.9. Johnny Evans is a red. Penalty and got a red card to make it easy for us in the last few minutes. He's Mr. Considerate, Johnny Evans, because he just thinks of Manchester United fans. He did something against Bournemouth as well, didn't he? He's really helped us out over the last few weeks. But in all seriousness, Johnny Evans is one of Leicester's best players. But he'll always be a red. And he got a red today. And Leicester is red. Red Leicester. Red Leicester cheese. But yeah, look, Johnny Evans, definitely high score for him. Fantastic. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you know what? I'm going to be absolutely honest. Let's not run away. If this was a score for the season, I'd be up around 8 or 9. For the match, I'd just give him an average 6, 7.3. I don't think the way I think games change on moments, don't they? And I think that the penalty went in and we're all happy now. But actually, in the cold light of day, I was very frustrated in that game for 70 minutes. I couldn't understand why the players weren't up for it. I couldn't understand why we couldn't pass the ball. I couldn't understand why we couldn't get them going. And I think that reflected on the manager. But it also reflects on the players as well. If I'm marking Ollie out the season, I'm giving him an 8 or a 9. If I'm marking him over the last couple of weeks, it's all fell away. And maybe he's tired. I don't know. But the most important thing is the platform. It's the platform that we have to build upon from this point. And that's all that mattered today. You haven't voted for your man of the match. Okay, so my man of the match is going to be... You know what? Sorry, I'm just going to give it to Victor Lindelof. Victor Lindelof is going to be my man of the match. So Victor Lindelof is my man of the match. So what I do now is, if I submit... Man of the match! Way! We got it! High five! High five, everybody. Well done. 28%. So it was quite spread about. But Victor Lindelof was your man of the match as well. 28% of the vote. Well done, Victor Lindelof. Who would have thought that? Who would have predicted Victor Lindelof being man of the match? Hi, Mark. Watch out for a striker, JJ Macias from Chivas in Mexico. Looking to move to Europe within the next year. Could be a solid squad player if he develops right, says Che Waller. I think we need a defensive midfielder as Matic alternative more than a creative central midfielder, says Apetas Bass. Welcome to Nishant, latest standard members of the Stand Members Club. Liam Chalmers says Van Gaal Masterclass gives Rashford his first start, gets Martial and sells Evans to help us get third this season. Oh, I like what you're thinking there. I can live with that. Welcome to Zhao Hoshong Johnson Chow, latest member of the club. And Cole says this is for you, Mark. Great prediction. Let's go Champions League and let's go Manchester United. And Jesse should have started, would have scored a hat-trick, says Sunshine Digital Media Agency. If anyone said we would finish third after the first 10 games, we would have paid 200 million and taken it. What an impact Bruno has made. Champions League, here we come. I'll tell you what, no word of a lie. I saw it on Twitter today. There is a video out there. I don't know when I did it. I would imagine it was probably early January or December. I actually said on a United Stand video, if United get top 4, I'll go to Old Trafford and kiss the arse of every United fan there. Well, thankfully, there's no arses to go and kiss because there's no fans at the ground. But look, I predicted we'd get third in the lockdown. I'm very proud of that. I did say Ollie out after the Burnley game, but then when we brought Bruno in, I was like, I'm going to give him another chance because I knew that Bruno could change things around, and he's done that. Now we need to get Sancho. Now we need to get a midfielder. And now we need to get a third signing, whether it's a centre-back, a cover left-back or what. We need to sign 3. We need to sell 4. It's time for Sanchez to go. It's time for Delo and Lingard to go. It's time for Rojo to go. It's time for Smalling to go. Let's get rid of 4 or 5 players as well. Next season starts in September. We've got Champions League football, baby. Champions League football. Europa League is just enjoyment. It's absolutely what I wanted it to be. I'm sure it's what you wanted it to be. The Europa League is just go and enjoy it. If we can win it, great, but the pressure's off. We've already got Champions League football. We finished 3rd. We're into the Champions League firmly. We don't need to worry about if... I think there is a scenario, if we'd finished 4th, but Wolves had won the Europa League, we wouldn't be in the Champions League. I think that might be a scenario. So, but we're in it. We're in it. We don't need to worry about it. So, 3rd place is... And that, for me, what I would say tonight as well is, what I'm most happy about is 3rd place. I'm not... I think if we'd got 4th, people would have been, oh, look at 4th. 3rd. We're 3rd. Man City and Liverpool are way better than anybody, and we're the next best thing. So, very happy about it. 3rd place for Man United. Leicester bottled it. Mark predicted Champions League for Man United. Let's go. Hashtag Team Goldbridge, says Kayla. Thanks for that, pal. And Mark, Champions League is fantastic, but we should not celebrate too much. Our target should still be the Premier League title, says Arpan. Mate, you know what? I do agree with you on that one, but you've got to be realistic. You've got to take things into context. Manchester United do need to win league titles. If you look at the videos over the last 4 years, I've been saying, don't let this club lower your expectations. 3rd and 4th is never good enough for Manchester United. And unfortunately, but with the years, the expectations have naturally been lowered. We are not a title-winning side at the moment. We should be, and that's what we need to go for. But that's why today was very important for me, because it's a step in the right direction. It's not fighting for 4th. Like, we've gone forward today. We are 3rd. We're in the Europa League. We've got the money to sign Sancho now, and we must do that. And when you buy a player of Jadon Sancho's quality, you must never be fighting for 4th again. You next season become a firm top 3 club. You go deep into the Champions League, you get closer to Liverpool and Man City, and then the next season you get into a title challenge. These are the steps I'm looking for. So I agree with everybody saying Manchester United should be better than a 3rd and 4th. I do agree with that, but we haven't been that for 7 years. Today we are. And next season we need to be better than that. So don't worry about, this isn't good enough for United. I agree with that. I agree we should be winning titles. But today is a symbolic statement that we are better than we were last year and the year before and the year before that. And now what we need to do next year is make sure we're better than this year. The progress has got to be there. And I and all of you lot are going to be hot on the heels of progress. We don't settle for this. We don't settle for this. We go. The players need to believe, and they need to be more consistent, and they need to be better more. But we must celebrate today, because you can't just go from crap to title winner. This is a big step for United today. Let the haters hate. Let them laugh at us and go, oh, look at how the mighty have fallen. How have we fallen? How have the mighty fallen? We've spent most of our time since Sir Alex Ferguson retired not in the top 4, not in the Champions League. And here we are today in 3rd and in the Champions League. How have we fallen? We've fallen for the last 7 years. I think we're climbing now. And we've got a lot more to climb, but I think we're climbing. Anyway, look, thanks everyone for watching. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. I'm not going to dominate your evening because we've got all the fan cams to come in. I can't wait to see Ricky and Saeed and Adam and Flex and everybody else. Those fan cams will be ready now, so I'm going to upload them. They'll be coming in through the evening. Enjoy your evening. Really enjoy match of the day. Enjoy this. Don't feel guilty in any way. We absolutely should celebrate this. The players should celebrate it, and then we go back to work tomorrow. Let's start getting these transfer deals done. Let's start moving people on, and let's start looking towards next season and enjoying the Europa League. Thanks everyone for watching. Absolutely loved it. We got there in the end. We got what we wanted. And just think for a moment tonight. Just think for a moment. We could have been in a very different situation. We could have been sat here moaning about bottling United again, and we're not. It feels a little bit strange, but it feels very good. Let's get used to this feeling. Let's keep building from this point. Thanks for watching. Appreciate this community. It's absolutely great. Let's enjoy some of the good times. Let's see some more of these good times. I'll speak to you later. Thanks for watching.